quick story time of the time some popcorn left me with a forever scar. If y'all can see that on my arm right there, y'all can see that. So we go back to the summer, right? So I was a kid and I was fast as hell. Like I could run really fast as a kid. And I never turned down a challenge. So if anybody wanted to race me, we racing, man. I don't care who it is in the city, man. I was trying to race everybody as a kid, and it didn't matter who I raced because I thought I was the fastest, and I was one of the fastest kids in the city. Okay, so this particular day, we was walking home on our little pathway that we had made. You know, when you're in the hood, man, you make pathways to get to your house quicker. So you won't have to go all the way around or whatever. So we made a pathway in this certain area so we can get to my auntie house faster, right? So it was me, my cousin Tane, may he rest in peace, man. My man, that was my guy right there, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to talk about that, man. But may he rest in peace, man. That was my guy. Okay, so it was me, Tane, and I can't remember who the other person was, but it was Tane that had the popcorn. My cousin Tane had the popcorn, right? So where we was at, it was like a little hill, wasn't necessarily like a steep hill or anything like that, but it was a little hill. Of course, we had walked the grass down, so it was like dirt on the pathway or whatever to get up the little hill. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like a steep hill or anything like that. So we was walking, and Tane was like, y'all want some of the popcorn? I'm like, yeah, I want some popcorn. You know I want some popcorn. What kind of question is that? Give me some popcorn, man. He like, nah, y'all can't get no popcorn unless y'all race for it. I'm like, race for it? Man, give me the popcorn, man. He like, nah, y'all got to race for it. And I'm like, all right, I ain't turning down no fade. You know what I'm saying? We can race. Like, it don't even matter to me. So Tane was like, all right, y'all gonna race for it. And whoever get to me first, that's who get the popcorn. So we at the bottom of the hill. Tane went up to the top of the hill. He had the popcorn in his hand. He ate a little bit, as he walked to the top of the little hill or whatever. And he got to the top of the hill, and he called the race out. On your mark, get set, go. So I'm like, I'm finna, man, this easy popcorn. Easy, too easy. Okay. So we started the race. I'm getting it. I'm talking about I'm in front. I'm running. I'm in front. So I don't know how it happened, but I end up falling. Like I fell, but I crossed the finish line first, but I fell. I don't know how I fell. I don't know if I tripped over my own feet. I don't know if the person I was racing tripped me or what, but I ended up falling. I'm talking about I fell and slid like I was sliding into home base or something for baseball. You know what I'm saying? And I get up, I'm pumped up. You know what I'm saying? I'm pumped up, man. Get my popcorn, get my popcorn. So I'm eating my popcorn now. I don't feel it, but I don't feel it or I don't see it, but I'm bleeding. And Tane like Boosie, he like, you bleeding, you bleeding. I was like, what? Where I'm bleeding at? And he pointed to my arm, so I look at my arm, and when you see that blood, boy, I'm talking about you just get hysterical. I didn't cry, but I was like, oh, I'm bleeding. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about you can see it like the cut was like deep, like it was deep. You know what I'm saying? And I ran home too. I'm talking about ran home, and my mama she ended up taking me to the doctor, and they put some stitches in it, and I just remember this like I remember this like it was yesterday. So I got the stitches in my arm. Now you don't supposed to do certain things when you get stitches, right? So I got the stitches in my arm. I came back. I'm straight now. You know what I'm saying? I got patched up, and now I got the stitches in my arm, and that's why I never closed, right? So I got the stitches in my arm, and I'm just still being a kid. I'm just out there jumping on the trampoline, just doing all the stuff that I'm not supposed to be doing. And just so happened my stitches popped out. All my stitches popped out my arm. That's why I'm not closed. It's supposed to be closed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just being a kid and just doing all that other stuff, man. And my stitches came out my arm, but I still got that scar right there. If y'all can see it, that scar right there. And I got that from racing for some popcorn. I just wanted to stop by and give y'all that quick story time of the time the popcorn left me with a scar.